Hello again, everybody. This is John from Straight Path Financial. And this is the latest in the series of videos to show you how to enter your financial plan information in the professional online planning system. So as you can see, the screen here is what it would look like when you first log on. The first video we went through was an overview of all of these menu items over here on the left. This video is the start of all of the menu items underneath my plan. So accounts and assets is what we're going to look at in this video, and then we'll have other videos for these other sections. But this is essentially, like I mentioned in the first video, the meat of your financial plan and where all the information will come for the projections for your financial plan. All right, so you log in. And this is the overview screen here. It says under 15% right now because my plan is not complete. Hopefully when it is complete, it will be better than that. Today we're going to click on accounts and assets. And then that gives you two main sections to enter what you own. So think of a balance sheet or the things that you have. The only thing that this would not include, however, and be careful about this, is you don't want to double count it because home and real estate is going to be in a different section. So don't enter your home here and don't enter any other real estate that you may own. Okay, so once you're here on accounts and assets, there's two main sections. The first one is savings. So if you click that arrow there, it gives you a drop down. And the blank slate right now, I don't have any assets or any accounts entered just yet. Couple of sections to look at before we do that, and I'll walk you through it a little bit. Guide to this section. If you open that, it just gives you kind of a couple of notes on how this section works. Talks about 529 plans here and some things to keep in mind. And then under resources, again, we work with New Retirement to provide this interface to you. These are articles mostly written by them or that they are using in conjunction with Straight Path Financial to give you an idea of what's important in your financial plan, investing ideas, that kind of thing. Okay, so think of the accounts and assets section as your retirement accounts, your savings, any after-tax investments that you might have. Stocks and bonds and mutual funds are going to be the big investments here. Cash, CDs, anything you own as an investment or savings would go here. And then anything else, it would be under other assets. Just keep in mind that this won't be real estate like it says. Okay, let's start with savings first. No account yet, so let's add one. Click on add an account. And then that pops up a list of types of accounts that you could enter. Most of these are retirement accounts. You might have an IRA. Most of you will have a 401k that you can enter on down the line here. Other pre-tax would be some other pre-tax, like a SEP IRA, a simple IRA. If you have some of these, and maybe an old SAR SEP, I don't think they use those anymore, but there's other types of retirement accounts that are out there also that you could enter here. Then at the bottom is your investment, savings, and checking. So like it says, this would be where your savings account is, any CDs you have, anything that's not a retirement account is in this one section here. Okay, so let's do a couple of these. Let's say I have a 401k. I'm going to click on that. There's a couple of different ways you can do this. I'm going to skip the top one and go to manual entry. So let's say I just want to enter what I have in my 401k. So let's say my 401k. And my current balance there is, we'll say $250,000. Okay. Now, if you're going to enter it this way and you don't want to link the account to actually feed into the Straight Path Financial Online Planner, then you need to set what you think your account will earn. Okay, this can be the hard part of this. So it defaults to 5 and 2. Let's say I'm investing pretty aggressively, so I'm hoping for 9 optimistically long term. Pessimistically, maybe just 4. Okay, and think of that as an average over time. I'm not going to get that every year, but optimistically, I want to return 9% on average. Okay, you can use this to model a rate change and see if it makes sense. You can use this option here. Let's say I never want to use this account. So you can click yes to exclude it. I'm going to say no, and then you can save it. Okay. All right. Let's do this again. Only, let's say I have an IRA. This time, instead of manual entry, I'm going to highly recommend that you connect and monitor any accounts that you feed into the accounts and assets system. Okay. So you click on that, click on add a new connection, and it's going to give you a nice list here. Continue. Of places where you might have an account. Okay, there's a lot of big companies here: Vanguard, Schwab, Bank of America, Wells Fargo. I'm sure Fidelity's on there somewhere. So some of these very large institutions where a lot of us hold accounts. If you don't see it on your list here, you can search for it here. Okay. You can click into one of these, you use your login information, and then it's really nice because your investments feed into the Straight Path financial planning system. So as those accounts grow or you make trades in them, you change the allocations, take money out, it's all captured for you. And maybe the best part is you don't have to worry about entering what you think the account will make over time because it will automatically feed that into the system also. Okay. So highly recommend that when you do add an account that you connect and monitor anything you possibly can. All right. Okay, one last thing here. Let's add another asset. Okay, and like it says here, don't worry about real estate in this section. Let's say I own something. So an RV, a business, a vehicle, jewelry, something like that. So anything that's not an account or a liquid asset and is not real estate would go into this section. Okay. All right. Hope that makes sense. It's a very high level overview of how to enter your information in the accounts and assets section. This is going to be a very important section. So you want to take some time and make sure you get this right, because essentially this is the money that you want to live on when you retire. Or if you are retired, you want to make sure that this money will last. So it's important that you get this right. And again, I'll say this one more time. Do your best to make sure that your accounts feed into the Straight Path financial system here, so that you can set it and forget it, so to speak. So as you make trades and as that account grows, it's all captured for you. And you can come back to this at any point in time and measure your financial health and make sure that you are on the right roadmap. Can't do that with spreadsheets. Can't do that with just printing out your statements. It's a great way to make sure you're staying on track. So accounts and assets is a big part of that, just to make sure that you're staying on the right financial roadmap. Sound good? Okay. Any questions? Let us know. You can schedule a time for a consultation if you'd like. That does come with your paid upgrade to the professional planning system. If you've already used that, you can schedule some extra time with us if you want to pay for that. You can also have us just do this for you. If it's too much for you, you can talk to us about what it would take to have us just do a financial plan for you. And make sure you're on the right track that way. All right. Thanks for listening. And thank you so much for your interest in Straight Path Financial.